not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you.
Hey guys, it's Erica Yolanda and I am back with another video. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody is happy, healthy, and fed. And I am back with another cooking video. And today is it is so simple video. I said it's a so simple video. It is a very simple video, you guys. I'm just making some zesty Italian chicken in the oven. I'm gonna make some squash and zucchini mix here on the stove. And that's it. I got some rice already cooked in the refrigerator. So we're just gonna do some chicken and we're gonna do some zucchini and squash on the stove, and that's it. That's all, no more, no less. I've already got my onions chopped up. I got my zucchini. I keep frozen in the freezer. So I grabbed the bag out the freezer, so it's not gonna be a whole lot. And I got about 12 pieces of chicken legs here that I've already got washed, and I wash them in white vinegar, lemon juice with a little bit of salt in the water while they're soaking, okay? And that just pulls all that gunk out of it. And we got Italian dressing. It does not matter what brand Italian dressing you use, whatever is for your liking. I've already got everything washed and cut up, so we're gonna go ahead and get this chicken seasoned. And I don't have any measurements, but I am using some salt today. You know, I don't usually put a whole lot of salt in my food, but we're gonna get it salted up today. I don't mean salty, I just mean salted. And we're gonna put in some Lowry seasoning. And I always specify that I use Lowry seasoning because I try not to use no other brand seasoning. It's just my brand, my preferred brand. We got some garlic powder. And you can go stupid, go crazy, go wild. Woo, the garlic powder. And then black pepper. And of course, you know, I'm always talking about my McCormick's black pepper. I just said black pressure. I was trying to say blood pressure and black pepper in the same sentence. And I'm just gonna get this mixed up. I got my gloves on, because you know we don't like touching raw chicken if we don't have to. I do, but I don't if I don't have to. We got it washed up. Get that seasoning in there good. And you don't have to put a whole lot of seasoning on it if you don't want to. Just season to your liking. Because again, you're gonna put the zesty Italian on it, and it's gonna cook in that Italian dressing. And today I'm using the bottle Italian, but typically I use the dry packets, and the same thing with ranch. You can use the dry packet of ranch, or you can put a bottle of ranch on your chicken and put it in the oven and bake it. It's up to you. And I sometimes use the ranch powder as a binder, and then go ahead and put it in the air fryer and fry it up like that. It's all the way up to you. Just do what you like to do. Okay, so I got that seasoned, and I can see the seasoning on it. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in the pan. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've got this chicken in the pan. I put some onions on top because everything is better with onions. And I'm just gonna go in with that zesty Italian seasoning. And I'm just gonna go over the chicken. And we want it to go in the pan because we want it to make a juice. I did go ahead and season the chicken a little more once I put it in the pan. I put more seasoning on the top. And then we're just gonna get this in there. And I'm going in on the sides. I'm not really putting it on the top of the chicken because it's going to baste in this juice. And if you got a lot of chicken, I suggest you use a lot of Italian dressing. And it doesn't matter what brand you use or what type you like. But I got that in there. I used about half a bottle. And you can see I got juice in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this in the oven. I'm going to let it go. I got it on 400 because I want it to cook hard. I like a little crispy with it. I want it to suck up all that juice. So I'm going to put a cook time on it. We're going to start with 45 minutes. And let it go from there. We're probably going to end up cooking it for more like an hour and 10. But that's what I got it set for 45 minutes. And I got my pan over here for my squash. I'm using my regular frying pan because I'm not going to use, it's not going to make a whole lot of squash. I just got a little Ziploc bag full of squash and zucchini. Okay, so because my squash and zucchini was frozen, I did go ahead and put it in my preheated frying pan. And we're gonna just let the water cook off that, because squash and zucchini makes a lot of water within itself. So what I wanted to do, I want all of the water to kind of melt off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get it mixed up before I, sorry y'all, should have had my spoon out, before I start freezing it. And I can't find the top to my frying pan. I think I know where it is though, but I had to improvise and use a pan real quick to put on top of it. So what it's doing is, bring y'all over here. That's what it looks like in the pan. And I'm just letting all of that water cook off. So I got it turned up on high, and I want it to melt down so I can go ahead and pour all the water out at one time. So once all of that melts off and it's time to start seasoning, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and got the zucchini and squash rendered down, got a lot of that, most of that water off, and now I'm just getting ready to fry up my onions. I got the butter in the pan, and I'm going to pour my onions in there. And I'm only using onions today. I don't like to put peppers in my squash. So we're getting these onions fried down real good. And I'm letting that squash take a rest, because I did heat it up pretty good to get all of that water off. And what I did was I kind of like pushed to get all the water out, the extra water out, almost like if you're going to wring something out. But except I used a spoon to do it. And I just wanted to make sure I was able to get all of that water out, because you don't want no watery squash, because you're already going to have a good gravy with it, because I'm going to make sure I season this butter and onions up real good. And so it's going to have like a good little juice. Not a gravy, but a really good juice. So that's what we're doing now. We're just getting that fried down. And then once these onions butter down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add my squash back in. I did put it in another pan just to make sure I can, you know, continue to make most of the water out of it. And so that's what we're doing now. I'm going to put the top on these onions and let them sweat down. And then once I do that, I'm going to put the squash back in there. And then I'm going to use some garlic powder, salt, pepper, and that's what we're going to season it up with. And you got to season to taste. There's no secret to cooking squash, except cook it to taste, whether it's fresh squash or frozen squash. All of it is going to make a lot of water. Squash just holds a lot of water for whatever reason. Mix it with zucchini and you get extra water. So you just keep that water out or to your tasting, or you can just let it stay on the stove with the top off and let the water fry down like that. You can do it that way. But yeah, I'll be back when the chicken is done. Okay guys, I am back, and this is what the baked chicken looks like. It was soaking in the Italian dressing while it was cooking, and what I did was, once it finished cooking, I took it off. I took it out of the Italian dressing, and I put it into another pan so that I could put it on broil and let the tops get crispy like this. It's not burnt, y'all. This is just the way my family likes their chicken. Likes their chicken. I'm saying kitchen. Likes their chicken. Sorry, y'all. And yeah, this is what it looks like. It still has some of that Italian seasoning on it, but it's not bathing in it anymore. So this is what it looks like there. And I did finish the squash and onions. That's what that. And that's all I cooked. I had rice in the refrigerator so that they can heat up some rice if they want to. But yeah, this is it. This is what they're getting from me from the weekend. This is just some Italian chicken. The chicken literally cooked on 400 for 45 minutes. I then took it out of the pan that it was cooking in, put it in a dry roast, and put it in for another 10 minutes on broil. So this is what it looks like. All right, and what you can do is when you cook it in Italian dressing, if your family or whoever wants to add some barbecue sauce, you can, because the Italian dressing just gives it a zingy taste. Because I seasoned it just like I would season normal chicken and cooked it in the Italian sauce. So you can put barbecue sauce on it. The barbecue sauce actually tastes really good with the Italian sauce. Don't take my advice. Try it for yourself. And again, season to your liking. But until next time, it's your girl, Erica Yolanda. I hope you enjoyed this easy chicken. And this chicken was only $4.86 a pack, and it had 14 pieces of chicken in it. The squash with zucchini, I've had in my freezer for probably 7-8 months. So I didn't have to pay for that. And the onions I had on hand. So today's meal only cost me about $5. All right, until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Bye.